Hello everyone, welcome to our Mandarin Chinese online course for beginners. This course is opened by Taiwan Education Center at SRM-AP. My name is Xinyi Huang, and I'm the Mandarin Chinese instructor of Taiwan Education Center at SRM-AP. Today's lesson is Introduction of Chinese Characters. Today's lesson has 4 topics, and the first one is basic knowledge of Chinese characters. Second one is root of straw order. Third one is structures of Chinese characters. The last one is categories of Chinese characters. Basic knowledge of Chinese characters. The first thing you need to know is there are 2 types of standard Chinese character sets of Chinese writing. One is traditional Chinese character, and the other one is simplified Chinese characters. As you can see here, this is Chinese character, and the other one is simplified Chinese character. Traditional Chinese characters remain in common use in Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. The traditional characters have taken shape since the clerical change and mostly remained in the same structure they took at the introduction of the regular script in the 2nd century. Over the following centuries, traditional characters was regarded as the standard form of plain Chinese characters, or literally Chinese. Throughout the Sinosphere until the middle of the 20th century, simplified Chinese characters have been promoted for use since the 1950s. They are officially used in China, Malaysia, and Singapore. Simplified characters forms was created by reducing the number of the straw and simplifying the form of a sizable proportion of Chinese characters. Both of these 2 types of Chinese characters have their own disadvantages or disadvantage, but because I'm a Taiwanese, so of course I prefer traditional Chinese characters. So today's lesson is mainly to introduce traditional Chinese characters. Chinese characters are the oldest continually used system of writing in the world. The Chinese characters we see and use today have undergone many thousands of years of evolution. Here is the evolution of Chinese characters. Chinese characters evolved from oracle bone script to bronze script, and then seal script to clerical script. Finally, regular script, cursive script, and semi-cursive script. And now, regular script is the reference standard for Chinese handwriting. Here are some more Chinese characters for your reference. And if you want further information about, if you want further information about the evaluation of Chinese characters, you can check this video in YouTube channel. Rules of straw order. There are 7 rules of straw order. First one, write from top to bottom, and each straw starts from left to right, just like this character. 3, 3. If you divide these characters into two parts. It stems from the upper part to the lower part. Left to right, as the first rule, straws are written from top to bottom and left to right. If you divide this character into three parts, 1, 2, 3, 3 parts, it stems from the left part to the right part. Horizon before vertical. When horizon and vertical straws cross, horizon straws are usually written before vertical straw, just like these characters. 10, 10, horizon before vertical. Diagonals right to left before diagonals left to right. Right to left diagonal are written before left to right diagonals, just like this character. People, 人, outside to inside, the bottom straw later. Outside enclosing components are written before inside. You see, the outside components are written before inside components. And then the bottom straw in the enclosure are written last. See here. But enclosure might have no bottom straw, just like these characters. See, this enclosure have no bottom straw. And middle, then two sides. In vertically symmetrical characters, the center components are written before two components on the left and right. So middle first, and the components on the left and right. Component on the left are written before the components on the right. So first, second, third. The last one rule is cutting straws is a vertical straw that passes through other straws and should be written after the straws through which they pass. So you can see here, this is cutting straw. So the cutting straw last. So they finish this one first, and then the last cutting straw. Here are the 12 structures of Chinese characters. This is single straw, left, right, bottom, top, bottom, left, middle, right, top, middle, bottom, and these are the enclosed structure. Enclosed on two sides. These 1, 2, 3 are the enclosed on two sides. This one's enclosed. This 1, 2, 3 is enclosed on three sides, and this one is enclosed on both sides. You might wonder why we should know the structures of Chinese characters, and here is the reason. Look at these two characters. Look at these two characters. Do these two Chinese characters look similar? These two Chinese characters are totally different. Let's take a look here. This character is enclosed structure on two sides. It pronounced ke. And this other one character is left-right structures. And this pronounced din. Din. So if you write it wrong structures, it will be different characters and of course different meanings and different pronunciations. So now don't you think the structure of Chinese characters is important? All Chinese characters can be divided into 6 different categories. The first one is pictograms. Second one, ideograms. Then compound ideograms. The fourth, Phono semantic compound. The fifth, phonetic loan. The last one, derivative connect. The first 4 refer to structural composition, and the last two refer to usage. For this reason, today I'm going to introduce you the first 4 only. Pictograms. This kind of characters, you can tell the meaning of the word just by its appearance. These things that looks like a sun transfer into the characters we now use to signify the word sun, 日. And these things that looks like a moon transferred into the character we now use to signify the word moon, 月. And this is mountain, 山. And this is tree, 木. Now you probably can tell, right? And let's review it again. The moon, the sun, the mountain, and the tree. If you want to check out more pictographs, you can visit this video in YouTube channel, which named 36 characters. And all these 36 characters are all pictographs. Ideograms. Ideograms are the characters that use markers to indicate abstract thoughts. Here are some examples. These 2 characters, this one, it means above, and this one, it means below. And then now let's take a look at these 2 markers. These 2 are the marker to indicate abstract thought. Because these 2, it means the things is on the things you are talking about. And this marker means the things is under the things. So above, below. And this one, these characters, you probably can guess it means the center and the middle. And the marker is the red line here, the red line here. And then these markers just placed in the middle of the thing. So it just indicates the meaning of these characters. It means the center and the middle. You see here, the markers here to indicate the meaning is in the center. So, and the last one here, you can see the tree here. In the pictograph part, we learn the characters tree from, it's a pictograph, right? The tree is a pictogram characters. So now here you can see here the red part. The red part here is a marker. It's a marker. It's a marker. It's a marker to indicate which part of the tree we are talking about right now. And you see, we place a red marker in the root. So it means these characters, it means root. Root. 本. Let's start the review of the ideogram. 上下 上下 above below center or middle, and then the root 本 compound ideograms. These kind of characters use a combination of 2 or 3 characters to form a new character with a new meaning. Here, look at this picture here. It's a pictograph. It's a pictograph means a person standing, right? The person is standing here, right? So it's a person. And what this means, we learned it from the first part, the pictograms, right? So it's a tree. So it's a person standing next to the tree, right? So take a look here. It's a person standing next to a tree. So it means this person is taking a rest. So it means a rest. A person taking a rest under the tree. So imagine in the ancient times, there's no aircon, there's no fan. So people feel hot and people want to take a rest. They only can standing next to the tree to cool down and to get rest, right? And the next one, look at this tree, so sick, so sad. It's a tree. The tree in a box. It's a tree get into a box. It's a box. So look at that. It's a box, and the tree gets stuck in a box. So it means in Chinese character, this is Chinese characters. It means get stuck. And in the same meaning, if you imagine, it's a person gets stuck in a prison, So it would mean in prison, right? So in prison, a person gets stuck in the prison, it means in prison. 囚. And then it's very familiar pictograph for you, right? The tree, there are 2 trees. One tree we call moon, and if there is 2 trees, what it will be. 1 tree is a tree, 2 tree will be forest, right? So it's very interesting, right? And let's take a review of compound ideograms. A person take a rest next to the tree. It means rest. A tree gets stuck in a box. A tree gets stuck in a box. And the person in the present, the person gets stuck in the present, it means in prison. 1 tree is a tree, 2 tree is a forest. Okay. And the next one, phono-semantic compounds. This rule is very important and you have to know it when you are learning Chinese characters because there are more than 80% of Chinese characters are made by this rule. So pay much more your attention here. This kind of characters is combined with 2 parts, meaning part and the pronunciation part. Or you can say the meaning part and the song part. Let's take a look here and pay your attention. Listen these 4 characters. Qin, 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 qin. Now you probably can tell these 4 characters sound so similar. So in this case, you can guess the pronunciation, the sounds part are the red part, the red characters, right? Remember, phono-semantic compounds are made up of a meaning and a pronunciation. So the each two part is divided into the meaning part and the pronunciation part, meaning part, pronunciation part. So in this case, you probably can tell the red part are the pronunciation. The red part are the pronunciation and the sound. And the black part are the meaning part, right? So, yes. So it's all pronounced qin or qin. But the difference with these 3 characters, one, this part, let's take a look here. This meaning part, it means water. It means water. It's a radical of water. So in these characters, it means clear. It means clear. Clear, something clear, just like water. The thing just clear as water. So it means clear. And these characters, it means sunny. It means sunny. You see, if the sunny day, of course, we need a sun. In the sunny day, we need a sun, right? In the sunny day, we need a radical sun. And these characters, it means feeling, emotion, and love. So if we are talking about love, feeling, and emotion, of course, we need a heart. We need your heart to feeling, to have emotion, and to in love. So of course, this is a radical. This is a meaning of the heart. There are still plenty of characters that we can take a look, but sorry, we don't have much time. So here is a video which called How to Learn Chinese Characters. If you are interested in learning more, you can just visit this video in YouTube channel. Today's lesson is the end. Here is the review question. You can try to answer these questions to check whether you learn properly or not. The first question is, how many types of standard Chinese character set of the written Chinese remain in common use now? How many types of standard Chinese character set of the written Chinese remain in common use now? The second question is, please explain the rules of straw order. Please explain the rules of straw order. The third question, how many structures are there for Chinese characters? How many structures are there for Chinese characters? The fourth one, how many categories are there for Chinese characters? How many categories are there for Chinese characters? The last one, which categories of Chinese characters are most common? Which categories of Chinese characters are most common? And look at here. What does it mean, this Chinese character? Look at that. Look at this picture here. And think, what does it mean, this Chinese character? And which category of Chinese characters is this? And two more. How about these two? What does it mean, these two Chinese characters? And which category of Chinese character are these? Okay, so we finished the day, and thank you for your attention, and see you next video. 谢谢，再见。